The Witcher Saga is one of the most compelling character-driven stories I've read in a while, and I can't wait for enough time to pass so I can read it again. It's a great series with strong characters, deep world building, compelling themes, and an interesting plot. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Hello everyone, my name is Raven and welcome back to another Before You Read video. For those of you who are unaware of how these Before You Read videos work, I'll briefly explain. These are just short, to-the-point videos briefly covering a specific book or series in question in order to either prepare a reader for the next book series or to help someone convince their friend to give a series a try. We will not be discussing any major plot spoilers and will keep it as just a general overview of things you might like to know before starting a book or a series. And I like to keep this short, so we'll make it nice and snappy as well. So now that you know how these go, let's get into the brief overview. Hundreds of years ago, a great cosmic event known as the convergence of the spheres happened. This led to humans, elves, dwarves, and monsters of all kinds to intermingle within the same world. Humans had to adapt to living in a world full of magic and monsters, while the elves, dwarves, and other non-humans had to learn how to adapt in a world with humans. Our story begins with a monster hunter known as a Witcher. His name is Geralt of Rivia, and he's the archetypal lone wolf badass character. We also meet a powerful sorceress named Yennefer of Vengerberg, who begins to fall for our Witcher and whose destiny becomes intricately linked with his. Finally, our main trio is capped off by another character named Ciri. Ciri is the character around whom much of the plot will revolve. She draws Geralt and Yennefer along as she makes ripples within the destiny of the world. We have other characters too, of course, the least of which is Geralt's longtime friend and occasional sidekick Dandelion, the Bard. We also meet an assortment of dwarves, humans, elves, and others within this world throughout the saga. The plot is very much a travelogue story where our characters will regularly travel throughout the world from one place to another, for one reason or another. In this case, the majority of the traveling is due to our characters searching for one another, but that doesn't detract from it in any way. This story is very much a grimdark representation of a world like Middle-earth, and it deeply explores the conflicts that would arise in a world like this. It also has a very soft magic system with very few rules, but it uses this masterfully within the story itself. And on top of that, the story is very character-driven, so the actual plot will often be set aside in importance for crucial character-building moments. If you'd like to see more in-depth opinions from me on this series, I recommend checking out my review I did on it. It's completely spoiler-free, so don't worry if you haven't read it yet. If you enjoy a very high fantasy setting with mysterious magic, deep characters, interesting themes, and a healthy helping of grimdark, then I highly recommend this story for your enjoyment. Be aware though that the saga starts off with two different short story collections before the actual books in the main saga start. Do not skip these short stories. I've seen too many people skip these to their own detriment. These short stories don't necessarily touch on the main plot of the saga, but they do introduce crucial characters and set up important plots for later on. Read them first before reading the main books. But that's basically been it for this edition of Before You Read. If you enjoyed, I recommend subscribing as I upload 3 times a week, so there'll definitely be something here for you to enjoy. Anyway, that has been all from me for today guys. As I said, I like to keep these videos short and sweet. Thank you very much for watching, I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Take care everyone.